On Battle of the Ports this week, we are taking a look at a Konami classic that many people forget. Maybe because the first game was such a pain to play. This is Yie Ar Kung-Fu II, the Emperor of Yie Gar, and was first released onto the MSX in December of 1985. In this outing, you play as Li Young, the young martial arts master who is the son of the brave warrior who has rid China of the Chop Suey gang. However, one member survived and declared himself Emperor of Yie Gar. Now, like his father, Li Young has to rid China of Yie Gar and his allies, once and for all. Li Young goes through 3 sections of a level to face its boss. The power-ups Li can acquire are Oolong Tea to replenish his health and Lo Mein for temporary invincibility. Li can only carry 3 Oolong Teas at a time. The game also has a 2-player mode, in which player 1 controls Li, while player 2 has the choice to play either as Yan Pei, Len Fang, or Po Jin, making Len Fang the first ever female playable character in a fighting game. Go on, Konami! I have no idea of the Western Home Micro release dates, but I can tell you that they all came out in 1986. So let's start off with the ZX Spectrum version, developed by Julian Horn. Now, I can only imagine Julian was either given a week to produce this, or he was a fresh developer without a clue. Why do I say that? Well, because this is a turd of a game. The controls are the same mess as the original, so we can't complain about that. But what we can complain about is the awful lag, inconsistent speed, and farting audio. On the bright side, this is extremely easy, so you'll finish it in no time. Alan Short was the man behind the Commodore 64 version, and while it's miles better than the ZX Spectrum version, it still isn't a patch on the MSX. The audio is good and the graphics are fine, but it plays like crap and is extremely unfair. The sections up to the boss have you taking on unavoidable ninjas. The boss can warp from one side of the screen to another, the ramen bowls vanish within seconds, making it impossible to grab them, and worst of all, the collision detection is biased towards the CPU. This is the Amstrad CPC version by James Soft. You've got to admit, this version is quite the looker, but why does our hero, Li Young, walk as slow as possible, yet the bloody little ninjas move at lightning speed? Then again, ninjas are meant to be fast. Sadly, despite the good looks, this plays like a turd. Slow, unresponsive, crap collision detection, and the energy bars of the enemies take an age to deplete. Even the good old BBC Micro got a port, and you know what? It actually plays better than the Commodore 64, Amstrad and ZX Spectrum. It's fast, responsive enough, and looks good for the hardware. And yes, I am cheating with a live code. Who would have thought an educational computer would have the best version so far? There was also an Acorn Electron port, but my copy won't load. No worries though, it was pretty much identical to the BBC Micro version. James Higgins brought Yie Ar Kung-Fu II to the French-only Thomson series of computers, and yes, this is the worst one yet. Completely unplayable. No, seriously, it truly is. And let's take a look at all those versions of Yie Ar Kung-Fu II running side by side.